concept of global warming being a satanic mission to undermine Jesus is a notion that may seem far-fetched to many, but it is an idea that has been perpetuated by some religious groups and individuals. According to this perspective, the efforts to combat climate change and reduce carbon emissions are not about protecting the environment, but rather about serving the interests of Satan and undermining the teachings of Jesus Christ. This line of thinking is rooted in the literal interpretation of biblical scripture, particularly the book of Revelation, which describes a period of great turmoil and tribulation before the second coming of Jesus. Some believers interpret the signs of global warming, such as rising sea levels and intense natural disasters, as evidence of the end times and the influence of Satan on the world. By scapegoating global warming as a satanic plot, these individuals can conveniently dismiss the scientific consensus on climate change and the need for sustainable practices. One of the primary arguments made by proponents of this idea is that the push for renewable energy and reduced carbon emissions is applied to gain control over the world's resources and impose a one-world government. They claim that this is a key part of Satan's plan to undermine Jesus and the values of Christianity. However, this argument is based on a flawed understanding of the motivations behind environmentalism and the principles of sustainability. In reality, the transition to renewable energy is driven by a desire to protect the planet and ensure a livable future for generations to come, not to further the interests of a satanic agenda. Furthermore, this perspective ignores the fact that many Christian denominations and organizations are actively involved in environmental advocacy and recognize the importance of caring for creation. The idea that concern for the environment is incompatible with Christianity is a misconception that has been perpetuated by a vocal minority. In fact, many biblical teachings emphasize the importance of stewardship and responsible management of the natural world. For example, in Genesis, humans are given dominion over the earth, but this is often interpreted as a call to protect and preserve the planet, rather than exploit it for personal gain. It is also worth noting that the notion of global warming as a satanic mission is often linked to conspiracy theories about secret societies and global elites seeking to control the world. These theories are unfounded and lack any credible evidence, yet they continue to be perpetuated by some groups and individuals. By attributing the causes of global warming to a satanic plot, these conspiracy theorists can distract from the real issues at hand and avoid taking responsibility for their own actions. In addition, this line of thinking has serious implications for the way we approach environmental issues and the role of religion in public discourse. By framing environmentalism as a satanic plot, we risk creating a polarization between religious and environmental values, when in fact, these two perspectives can be complementary and even mutually reinforcing. We need to recognize that caring for the environment is not only a moral imperative, but also a key aspect of our responsibility as stewards of the earth. In conclusion, the idea that global warming is a satanic mission to undermine Jesus is a misguided and unfounded notion that ignores the overwhelming scientific evidence on climate change. It is a perspective that has been perpetuated by a vocal minority and has been used to justify inaction on environmental issues. Rather than attributing the causes of global warming to a satanic plot, we should recognize the urgent need for collective action to address this global challenge and work towards a more sustainable future for all. By doing so, we can promote a more nuanced understanding of the relationship between faith and environmentalism, and recognize that caring for the planet is a fundamental aspect of our Christian values.